Tunnel, they're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
They'll run it with Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. So now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now the 5th-year man for South Dakota State. This is Zach Zenner. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Johnson on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rush in. Cornell. Rush in.
Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
5.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Like 20.
3rd and 2. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Now it's Peterson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this. Strong on. Hey.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
Set, ready. Push the outlaw.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Kill. Back. Kill.
On second down, Johnson. And some room to work. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Zenner, a first down carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check 37. Check. Maverick.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big run there by Johnson, 62 yards. Well, that didn't take long, one play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Watch the twins. Same.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. A second down run for Zinner. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Switch. Yo.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's fourth down. They run. It's Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second and 11 now. Goff over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hey, 5.
Throwing on third. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
and attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches, running backs every year in the offseason, and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down.
They can't stop me out here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Brandon Cooks, touchdown, LA. What a run, 79 yards on the punt return, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch out.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Butler was the second of 3 receivers Arizona took in the draft. They said they wanted to increase the amount of playmakers that they have out wide, so they nabbed him in round 4 out of Iowa State. Really didn't come on until his final season at Iowa State, over 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns. Andy Isabella, he kind of provides the top-end speed. Butler has the size, 6'6", 225, a huge target out wide.
First down, Arizona.
Set, ready. 60 out low. Watch the twist. Showing it.
Murray now on first down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. To throw, it's Murray. This is Butler making the catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
58, Mike. Check. 58's the Mike.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Slam.
Murray again, second and 10. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it'll be third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Murray to air it out again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete.
We got this.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
At the 28-yard line.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Right back to Brown. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 3, check 3.
On 3rd down, Brown. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in 1st downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. With this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, lift! 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 Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
They'll try the air now with Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. I'm trying to collect. 41 Mike.
To throw on third down. Murray. The pass complete. It's Bird. Touchdown, Cardinals. Demir Bird, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
I got him. On me. SOS. Kill. SOS.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone. For a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Johnson. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Trying to run forward with Zinner. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
He's checking crack.
Here's Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 41's coming. 41.
Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Brett Hundley. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the 24, Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing, Hundley. On the screen, this is Edmonds. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Now Hundley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
On second down, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brown. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. On the return is Peterson. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Hundley now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58's the Mike.
They're going to look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, but it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Hundley now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Charles Clay, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 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 check. Alert flare.
To throw is gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Heavy, got heavy. Tiger.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
5, 43.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And able to find Kirk complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. They'll run on first down. Brown, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brown. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We're good.
On third down, Brown. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
12. Watch the shit.
On fourth down, Goff. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got him.
Check.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
180.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cards, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On the gas, I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the fans. Starting to guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Virtual advances, we playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas, I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support pride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude.